Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation. Now today I have another Ask FM video, and there's not much really to do in introduction, but anyways, let's get started. I'm actually going to start from the top today. I know I usually do it from the bottom from now on, but I had some interesting questions I noticed down the line. So let's get right into this, and starting off with the daily question, which actually is a pretty cool one. What's your favorite video game? My favorite video game is Grand Theft Auto 5. And then I have my top 5 for you guys if you really care about it. I got Grand Theft Auto 5 at number 1, Max Payne 3 at number 2, and under that I put GTA 4, then Red Dead Redemption, and my number 5 would either be Budokai 3 or LA Noire. Any of those games on my top 5, especially Max Payne 3. If you haven't played Max Payne 3, I highly suggest you try to get your hands on it. It's probably like $10 or $15. One of the greatest third-person shooters of all time, one of the best stories, one of the best characters. All of it's great. I love it all. I highly recommend it. It's an insanely good game. Anyways, let's keep on going. Okay, how in the world is Bulma only 38 in Battle of Gods? Well, that is a writing mistake or something, because Bulma should be around 45, 46, somewhere around that ballpark, mid-40s at this point in, the series. She should not be anywhere near 38 necessarily, so it's just a writing thing, or maybe she was lying about her age. We can't really say, but I'm gonna put it up to a writing error. If you were to fuse with any Dragon Ball Z movie or GT villain with Potara's earrings, who would they be? So 2 villains. Well, number 1's gonna have to be Cooler, and because he's like my second favorite villain, but I wouldn't put him with Cell being my favorite. I don't necessarily think that I would fuse him with Cell, but Cooler fused with now it's gonna sound crazy, but Cooler and Omega Shenron will probably look pretty cool, I think. I would off the top of my head, I would say that Cooler and Omega Shenron would be an interesting one to look at. I did read that, right? Yep. 2 villains with Potara. Oh, if I could fuse with any. Oh, if I myself. Oh. It's gonna be Cell, because he would be the most human-like, I suppose. I guess so, yeah. I would pick Cell in that case. But I guess I answered 2 questions. If I would fuse 2 villains together, it'd be Cooler and Omega Shenron. But if I myself was fusing with a villain, I'd pick Cell. What do you think of the concept of Majin Vegeta? And this is from Amy. I actually remember to shout someone out for once. I love Majin Vegeta as a character. I think the concept was great. The execution was fantastic. I didn't have any problems with his character. It was one of the best points in the whole series, I thought. So I really do like the concept of Majin Vegeta. I don't think that Majin really could have worked with any other character. I know a lot of people say Piccolo would have been good, but I have to disagree there, personally. I think Vegeta was the best choice for that. If you could fuse with any Dragon Ball... Okay, this is from Amy again. I'm guessing she just asked it twice. I already answered this. On the video you made about SSJ3 Gotenks and Super Janemba, I disagree with you thinking that it would be close. To me, Super Janemba was shit on Gotenks because of how easily he handled Super Saiyan 3 Goku and how it took a fusion to beat him from Vegeta the Prince. This is from Hunt Oten. I'm gonna assume that's how you pronounce that. Well, I've heard a lot of things that support the fact that Super Saiyan 1 Gotenks is about the same as the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, if not stronger. And I have the mindset of Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, based off a lot of the dialogue that was stated in the series, that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is way above Goku's level. So, I mean, I'll have to respectfully disagree with you, but a lot of those fusion between, the power, like examples of, displaying feats between Gotenks and Goku are a little bit tricky. That's one of the more highly debated topics is Super Saiyan 3 Goku and, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. But I'd give it to Gotenks, to be honest with you. I'm guessing he means do you think Vegeta will go God next movie from Vegeta the Prince? I actually remember you from the comment section. I sent you over here to ask a bunch of questions. And you can always, to anyone, ask me questions here rather than the comment section, because I mean, I have 46 questions. It's gonna last me like 2 weeks. I have this episode, another one, and then I'll be out. Unless you guys ask me more. I know I kind of seem like I'm, begging for questions. But I mean, if you guys want to see these, I mean, that's the only way I can put him out. Otherwise, I would try to throw something else up on a Wednesday so you guys wouldn't be left empty-handed. I don't know what I do, but it'd probably be some random video, just so you guys wouldn't be left empty-handed. Do I think he's gonna go God? I think he's gonna have to have some sort of a God essence ability. He would have to, I would assume. That's just my mind set. So I don't see any way he would even be on, you know, even in the same league as Goku. But whether or not we're gonna see him go God, I'm not necessarily sure, because I mean, it seemed like Goku didn't need to do it anymore, so I don't think Vegeta would even need to. But it's really hard to say. Fingers crossed, I guess. What is your take on how strong Kid Buu is? If you haven't already answered this, I'm new to the channel. Kid Buu is around the same as Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and I'm going to do a video whether or not Goku could have beaten Kid Buu, actually, you know, as a Super Saiyan 3. He said that he could have done it when he had the chance. He also said this about Fat Buu, and I do think he could have beaten Fat Buu. But Kid Buu is questionable because he didn't actually realize how durable Kid Buu actually was. So I'm not sure he could have beaten him, but he's around Super Saiyan 3 Goku's level. If that answers your question at all, I hope it does. Without saying GT isn't canon, etc., do you think half-breed Saiyans could go Super Saiyan 4? In my opinion, they shouldn't be able to, even if they can grow a tail. Super Saiyan 4 is more like the original Super Saiyan mentioned in the Frieza saga, that only purebloods should be able to achieve. But what's your opinion? I have always actually thought that the I think I've mentioned it on here, that Super Saiyan 4 kind of does represent that original Super Saiyan Vegeta spoke of in the legend. That's what GT was going for in my mind. Do I think half-breeds, you know, half Saiyans can do it? I think as long as you can turn Ozaru, you know, the Great Ape, and you're, you know, powerful enough it can go Super Saiyan, I think you can do it. But it's kind of unclear, the requirements. But I think the idea behind the Super Saiyan 4 transformation and the execution with it is much better than the Super Saiyan God, to be honest. I think Super Saiyan God was kind of slapped on, and it didn't really make a lot of sense, the whole pure-hearted Saiyans. But I do think that half-breeds can go Super Saiyan 4. It's just a matter of having a tail and be able to turn into a Great Ape, and being, you know, quite powerful enough. That's just my opinion. Hey man, do you speak any other language besides English? Maybe Namekian? I'm just kidding, man, but I always found it funny how in the Dragon Ball universe, everyone spoke English no matter what part of the galaxy they're from. GT is a great example of this. Well, if you think about it, in the other language they would speak like Japanese, Portuguese, Spanish, all that stuff. As far as me speaking another language, I tried to learn French. I couldn't quite grasp that. You know, part of life I couldn't really learn another language. I sucked at it. But I mean, as far as everyone, you know, in Dragon Ball Z speaking the same language, I mean, you know, obviously it's just to relate to people, to keep the story engaging, I guess, all the way through. But it is a little bit strange when you bring it up, but I mean, I understand why they did it. If Raditz turned SSJ3, will his power against Piccolo and Goku, or with his power against Piccolo and Goku, in your personal opinion, would he win against Frieza's first form? And yes, if yes, what about second and third form? Okay, so I know power levels are bullshit, guys, but I'm just gonna throw this out here. Raditz was around a 1200. That's what's estimated. People estimate at 1200 to 1500. So if we take 1200 and multiply it by 400, which is the Super Saiyan 3 multiplier, that would put him around a 480,000 if he had a power level of 12,000 or 1200 as base, and if it was 1500, that'd put him around a let's see. Why am I stumping on math here? People are gonna rip on me in the comment section. Okay, that put him around, I think, a 550,000. I'm just gonna go for the benefit of the doubt and say he was probably closer to 1200. And if his power level did get, you know, to that point where it was like a 480,000, I don't think he could beat him. Even if he was a little bit higher, let's say like Frieza was a 530,000. We know if, let's say Raditz got up to like a 600,000, I don't think he could even beat him still, because Frieza, even though he's not a great fighter, he's still a much better fighter than Raditz, if that makes sense. And I mean, he definitely wouldn't be able to take on second or third form Frieza. Chi-Chi in her prime, Piccolo Jr. Saga versus Hercule. Chi-Chi hands down, not even a fight. In DBZ, how strong do you think Future Trunks became from Vegeta the Prince? Future Trunks. Like after he went back to his time, I don't know if he ever really achieved Super Saiyan 2. It's gonna be hard to say because you do need kind of a driving force to go. It's a different way to unlock it, so it's hard to say whether or not he would have achieved Super Saiyan 2. I'd like to think he would, but he definitely wouldn't become Super Saiyan 3. But I'd say he got to, even if he didn't get to Super Saiyan 2, I think his base form would put him somewhere around a Teen Gohan Super Saiyan 2. I'd like to think that, but that's just my thoughts. There's no way to really know other than, you know, to speculate. Can a short person talk down to a taller person? From Shisui Salty 2.0. Guess I'm done with these troll questions for now. Well, I'm guessing these would have made more sense if I had started from the bottom, but I started from the top, so they're not going to make as much sense. Anyways, can a short person talk down to a taller person? Yes, if they're on top of a ladder. Why doesn't McDonald's sell hot dogs? Can a black person join the KKK? From Shisui Salty 2.0. Well, I've seen multiple skits on Comedy Central with black people in the KKK. I'm sure it's happened before. It's definitely a touchy topic, but I would say it's possible. Anyways, why doesn't McDonald's sell hot dogs? Because it's a burger joint, man. You want hot dogs to go to like, I actually don't know any hot dog places. Sonic has them. But I don't even think hot dogs at McDonald's would even be that good, to be honest with you. Do you breathe oxygen? What does your prophecy say? I am Saiyan, so I do breathe oxygen, but I do have the potential to become a Super Saiyan. I'm training to be that. I think once I hit a 10,000 subscribers, I will achieve Super Saiyan. You guys might get a video from me for that. Who knows when I hit 10,000? I mean, the sky's the limit at that point. You know, that's probably like 4 years from now, but the sky is definitely the limit. Well, what lotion do you recommend? Well, these are double ones, so I'm just going to delete that one. What lotion do you recommend for jacking off? Anything besides shampoo. I've heard shampoo is very terrible. I haven't myself experienced it, but anything besides that, I don't think lotion really would matter in that situation. But that I'm not your guy for that. That is something for Google to answer for you. That is not my jurisdiction. Is Poir a puss? Poir is a guy. It is implied. Kwame actually did a video, and I'll try to remember to link it. If he did a video on if Poir is a male or female, and you guys should check it out. It's actually kind of an interesting topic. How many crits did those stairs have? 21. I wasn't sure if I was going to make that bad joke. Wow, I'm flying through these questions, guys. Pecking order from Ben Ruhlig. I probably butchered your last name, but pecking order, yes. Maggots, pecking order. Popo would be very unpleased if he heard me, you know, say that out loud. Wouldn't want to upset Lord Popo. Wow, you guys ask crazy stuff, man. Do you think Android 16 was built in Future Trunks' timeline, but was just never activated? I think it was answered in the series, and I'm a little bit rusty right now. It's kind of late, but I know I use that excuse a lot, but I do record these kind of late at night. I believe he was in Future Trunks' timeline, but he was just kind of never activated, and he was, you know, destroyed, you know, with the lab, or was never activated. Or I think the timeline may have altered just enough. Maybe he was a very early prototype. I don't know. Someone's gonna answer it in the comments. I know Danny Trejo, if he watches this, Extra Girth 64, you know, they'll answer that. They're really smart guys, but off the top of my head, to be honest, I have such bad memory at sometimes, so I can't answer it off the top of my head. But I guess if you're asking me, do I think, I'm guessing there is no definitive answer towards it, so. What if GT or Evolution was canon and the rest of Dragon Ball was non-canon? From True 8-Bit, the Majin Cat. From Anime Multiverse, which is a great social networking site, which you all should check out in the description below. It is really great, guys. I have a lot of fun on there. But, anyways, GT, I don't hate GT. I mean, obviously, if you guys saw my most recent, not my most recent, but one of my more recent videos, I don't hate GT. I actually enjoyed it you know, a decent bit. So, I mean, there's things in GT that wouldn't really be that bad if they were canon. I know a lot of people are gonna call me crazy, but if it had, like, you know, if it was better written and more well produced than you know, there are definitely some things in GT that could have definitely fit in canon. There's not that much that's... Honestly, I don't think it would have been that bad if it was canon, if there was some better stuff in there. Like, if it wasn't as bad, poorly written. I kept stumbling on my, you know, damn words and all that shit, but... Anyways, do you think it's possible that there's an SSJ between... There are SSJs between 2 and 3, like how there was Ascended SSJ and Ultra SSJ, but they have side effects like speed reduction, or it puts too much stress in the body. I think it might exist, but everyone just skipped over them, or do not use them. What do you think? This is also from True 8-Bit, the Majin Cat. I don't think that there are, and the reason I say that is because Super Saiyan 2 and 3 are ascended forms of a Super Saiyan themselves. They're just the more complete versions. That's how I looked at it. So I don't think there are necessarily stages in between them. Otherwise, I think we would have seen them, to be quite honest. I know there are some fan-made mangas that have like an ascended Super Saiyan 4, which is like a hairless version of her or something. What if Goku trained in a 5-year gap before the Saiyan Saga from Dragon Boy? I feel like this is something I've answered before. But in case, you know, I mean, it doesn't matter, I'll answer it again here. I don't think that, it depends what kind of training he really had. From the tools he was given, I don't know if he necessarily could have gotten up to the strength of Raditz. But if he followed Piccolo again, I guess that fight would go a lot easier. But if it was just Goku fighting like Raditz, then, I mean, he wouldn't win, I don't think. I don't think he would win, to be honest. What if Cell absorbed Teen Gohan at the Cell games? Now... I am gonna do a video in the future, and maybe I'm missing something here. I often will miss things in Dragon Ball. Maybe I'm missing something, like I said. I'm gonna do a video on why didn't Cell try to absorb the Z Fighters. And it sounds a little crazy. I know he did, you know, absorb energy from Piccolo's arm, but he didn't really try to absorb the Z Fighters, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that can be a video topic in the future, but I guess Teen Gohan would apply to that. Does it bug you when you get asked about being the Super Saiyan? Asked about being the Super Saiyan of Legend, like when me personally, or if you asking about who is? I don't care if people ask about, like, you know, if Bardock was a Super Saiyan of Legend, which he wasn't, or if Broly was. I don't care about all that. I mean, a question's a question. You guys ask them, I'll answer them. As far as me being one, I mean, I'm not gonna brag, but it's kind of true. I mean, you guys have heard it before. I am the legendary Super Saiyan, and you know, all those people on my channel, on the, you know, the sidebar, and on the featured channels, those are also the Super Saiyans of Legend. Check them all out. Rhyme Style, Thundershot, Quaman, Black Fist, all those guys. You know, Comic Corner. I'm not. I gotta sit here and name them all off. I forget who I put up there. What do you think about the GT movie? These last two are from Niles Brooks. I apologize, I didn't shout you out, but I got you right there. Anyways, the GT movie I didn't really like that much, to be honest. It didn't make a lot of sense. A lot of things. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't really that good, I don't think. In the GT movie, if the fight continued, who would have won, Goku Jr. or Vegeta Jr.? I feel like Vegeta Jr. would have been stronger. I feel like, you know, he would be one that I feel like that would actually train, but it's hard to say because we literally know zero about him. In the start of Dragon Ball Z, why did Goku use his Nimbus to go to Master Roshi's when he could fly? It's really hard to say. I know this is from Niles Brooks as well. These next couple are actually from him. It's really hard to say. It's mostly down to how it was written. We know that Goku first was shown in canon, at least I believe. He was first shown to fly when he fought against Piccolo Jr. in that 23rd tournament. So it's really hard to say. Maybe he wasn't. Now, I want to do a video later in the future on kind of like, I think Quaman's actually doing a video, so maybe I should wait. But I'm going to do a video about travel speeds in Dragon Ball. And I think there's definitely a difference between travel speed and fighting speed. Maybe he could have moved faster on his Nimbus, or he would have used up too much energy when he was on his when he was trying to fly. We don't know. It definitely is actually potentially a video topic. I could tweak it a little bit, but I can definitely think about that if I'm not, you know, missing something, which, I mean, hell, I could be. Like I said, I forget things when I'm talking off the top of my head. But I mean, take my word, when I go to do videos, guys, I do make sure what I'm saying is pretty much right. I mean, I really try to give you guys the best content, even though the editing isn't the greatest. I try to give you guys the vocals. I think is the most important part is my dialogue. I try to make it clear. I know I don't edit heavily, but I try to give you guys most accurate information and the best discussions that I can. So hopefully you guys appreciate it and enjoy it. What do you think of Gohan's new design in Frieza and revival of Frieza? I don't like it. I don't think many people like it. I mean, I think I did a theory in one of my videos that I think that they're redesigning a lot of the characters to really appeal to this new generation of Dragon Ball, you know, viewers that we have. We have a ton of new viewers in Dragon Ball, and it's really great that we're getting all this, but I don't necessarily myself like the design, but if it means the future of Dragon Ball can stay alive and we might get a new series, then I'm all for it if this is what it's going to have to be. But guys, that is the last question. I have 21 questions left, so if you guys want to ask me more questions, you know, it'd be greatly appreciated because I'm definitely running low. Hopefully when I get a ton of more subscribers, I won't have to keep, you know, looking pathetic and asking you guys for questions all the time. But that has been it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.